Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Assalamu Alaikum. Good day to everyone listening to us. I am S.
I'm Ridz.
This quiz is not made by me. It's made by IPK organizers on India forums that I found incredibly tough. Therefore, the right material to quiz Ridz on, because she loves IPK so much. She knows ke every corner, what scene, what moment, what thing happened.
Yeah, I have every confidence in myself that I will get all of these wrong, but we'll see if I got that wrong as well. Maybe I'll get some points.
If Ridz gets more than 6 on this quiz, like more than 5 or 6 on this quiz, then, as Arnav Singh Raizada states, मैं अपना नाम बदल दूंगी.
Well, how about we do this? I was gonna say I finished work. I didn't finish it. I closed my laptop in anger and left. So I am I am in very good like roasting mode. Like if you ever been to outdoor mall, you know when they roast those like glazed nuts, like that's essentially the mood I'm in right now. So what if my answers are very funny? Could I get points for that?
Absolutely. There'll
Okay.
be a funny point also. I won't change my name for that because then she'll get 100 out of 10. फिर तो हर रोज मेरा नाम बदलवाना पड़ेगा.
All right.
Yeah. So, this quiz is divided into 3 sections. We have one lengthy section of questioning where and who it is. That part of the question is by the question by IPK organizers on India forums. Then we will have 2 audio sections,
Ooh.
and then we will have 3 off-screen pictures from where you have to guess what were they shooting for.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm smart. Ridz is so impressed right now. You should see
I'm
her.
not I'm not I mean I'm not impressed by the variety because I know S is capable of it. I was gonna compliment you, don't make that face. But I literally just messaged her half an hour ago and I was like, I'm in a roasting mood, I want to do a quiz, let's do it. So I'm impressed by the speed at which you've come up with everything.
So, we'll start with something easy. Where did Manorama's sister live?
Manorama's sister? She had a fucking sister? Oh, Manorama. I was like, Buaji had a sister. She had a brother. This is going great. Sydney, kidney, someone's kidney.
Yeah, brilliant. Second one, where did Lavanya relocate after she broke up with Arnav?
I assume she went back to London.
That's right.
I couldn't tell if that's something that I made up in my FFs or if it existed in the show. I was literally like in every FF I wrote, I was like, Lavanya went back to London, found love, found NK most of the time. I don't think I ever sent her Sydney, but yeah, I was just like, did it happen in the show or did I just make it up so convincingly to myself?
Yeah, no, that there are some points in the show where I forget what happened in canon because right, I edited the show to my liking. So I completely forget where things are in canon, and then I'm like, oh wait, this did not happen. Next question. Where did Akash go to commit fake suicide to get a confession of love from Pyaar?
I mean, do you mean where Pyle should have pushed him off a cliff? Like at which location should that murder have happened? I don't. Was it called Suicide Point? Literally, I don't know. Like because Arnav's like I saw him go up to whatever
I will give you like a 0.25 for that because it's not suicide point, it's scandal point.
Scandal Point.
Yeah.
That's like if Akash went up there to have a hookup with his ex-girlfriend or something. Why did they name it that?
I mean, committing suicide is also a scandal, so
No, it's not.
yes, it is.
किसके लिए? The person who commits suicide तो गया.
बाकी सबके लिए ना, for the people who did not
बाकी
commit
सबके
suicide.
लिए scandal नहीं है. It's more. It's sad.
You've not been keeping up with news.
Okay, let me rephrase. It's not a scandal to people who have a brain.
Got it.
If
Yeah.
yes, if I insulted anyone when I said that, I don't care.
I thought she was going to say if I insulted anyone during that, I'm sorry. But of course, this is Ridz. Sorry or yeah. Okay. Where was Khushi's uncle's weaving factory located?
Kushi had an uncle? Not Manoramas, not Manorama. It was like Madhumati's dead husband. That's not the uncle we're referring to. I'm unaware of the fact that she had uncles. That's like as a baseline. What's the next part of the question?
Where was his weaving factory located?
This is reminding me of Kabhi Kushi Kabhi Gum. I think Arnav married Kushi to steal this weaving factory, and not because he was in love with her. I finally figured some things out.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is this uncle alive?
Yes.
I don't know if I needed, like, if you inserted a dead uncle's weaving factory. Um, I don't, Lucknow?
Not exactly. Correct state, not correct city. So, first of all, do you even know which episode this was mentioned in?
I thought you were gonna ask, do you even know which state Lucknow is in? But I don't.
Uttar Pradesh.
Mm. I'm shit at geography.
But do you know which episode this was mentioned in?
Look, buddy, I said I didn't know because she had an uncle. So clearly, this never happened in my imaginary IPK.
This is the morning of Akash and Payal's shadi, where she comes to the Raizadas along with her set of relatives, while Arnav, through a magical phone call to Aman, guides Khushi with sari to buy.
I have a question for everyone. If you watched that episode, like that moment with those two, and remembered that Kushi had an uncle who had a weaving factory and where it was located, instead of just the fact that they were having eye sex, one, why the fuck? And two, I guess I should admire your capacity to retain information. I certainly don't have it.
Anyways, the city is Bhadohi. Bhadohi? Bhadohi. Bhadohi. Which is a city in Uttar Pradesh.
I still don't know the city, but okay.
और ये हमारे मौसा जी भदोई में बुनाई का कारखाना है.
Yeah, this is the first time I heard of it as well. I'm sorry if I butchered the pronunciation.
If we have any listeners from Baldohi, I will apologize to them.
Yeah. I will give you a 0.25 if you can tell me Khushi's uncle that you know of, which is Madhumati's husband. What was his job?
Loving Madhumati? I don't know. The only pictures I saw of him were like at a train. They were out. There's a train in the background, and he's just looking adoringly at. Their pictures were very lovely. I'm sad he died. Yeah, that's all. I don't remember what his job.
Yeah,
I guess he had pension, so he worked in the government somewhere. But
it's very evident from the pictures. It's very evident from
he worked for the train department.
Yeah, I think he was.
He took Madhumati to his work for a date. That's why he died.
I don't know if I should give you a half point for that. I mean, that's why he died. Let me give a 0.25 for wit. Okay, this next one. From now on, the questions are just going to go weirder. And
they were not weird until now.
No, they're going to get weirder, and all of you are welcome to Ritz's stand up. This is going to be a stand up from now.
Oh, the expectations are high.
Yes. Which police station did Khushi go to lodge a complaint that Arnav was in danger?
Well, the way things were going, I'm surprised she even went to a police station and didn't just randomly become a police officer herself as a part of this plot. I ignored this track so well. I didn't know she went to the police station. The only thing that I know about this track, despite my best efforts, because I'm friends with this one, is that apparently Cushy and Manorama hack the footage of an international airport, which is stored on VCR, that they can just walk in and watch.
They didn't walk in, dude. They had to, like, there was this one security or two security guards that they had to hide from.
Kill?
Hide
At
from.
least if they killed them, I'd be like, okay, there's some interesting plot here.
Okay, so you don't know this one's answer? It is a police station in Vivek Vihar, Delhi.
Vivek Vihar, okay.
The next one is going to be your favorite question. This one you will answer before I finish saying this question. Who was the person asking for his payment to be done immediately, otherwise he would stop the photo shoot? He was later slapped by Arnav.
Oh, fuck. I know this person. I mean, I don't know this person. I knew the name. Mool Rajani. It's like Rajani? What? Mool Rajani. Who, in my version of, not my version, S's version of a rom-com of IPK is the one who kidnaps Arnav. Because Shyam's a good guy in that one.
He didn't even end up editing Mool Rajani as a kidnapper in a crack version. In a crack version of events, Mool Rajani.
Okay, here's what I suggested. There was because when S creates these new things, she needs to edit it within the purview of what exists as a part of IPK's filming. We cannot just, unfortunately, contract Byrne and Tanaya to reenact scenes. So she was wondering what happens at the wedding of Payal and Akash that Arnav and Kushi couldn't meet and confess their love for each other. In this version, Shyam's not a bad guy. He's a good guy, blah, 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 whatever. So that couldn't exist. And I suggested, in my ever amazing wit and wisdom, that Arnav be kidnapped by Mulrajani, who was planning this revenge from the day on when he got slapped. And I don't know, crashed Akash and Payal's wedding to kidnap Arnav, which is why he was gone and didn't confess to Kushi. It fits. It fits the IPK that we watched post Akash and Payal's wedding. It fits the level of crack. It fits the level of what the fuckery. It fits the level of Arnav being incompetent. If he got kidnapped by Multajani, I would seriously question Arnav's existence on this earth.
And I also remember the reason why we ended up with Mool Rajani being a potential kidnapper is because when we were trash talking about the kidnapping track, there were many things that didn't make sense. One of them being Arnav being confused as to who kidnapped him. And we're like,
who could possibly have kidnapped him? Not the guy in his own house who was plotting his sister's murder. No, sir. It would have been all the other enemies that Arnav made. And we were like, what enemies did he even make? Murajani.
yeah, I mean, Arnav's surprise when Khushi tells him it's Shyam. I'm like, dude, who else? Who else? All right. Next question. This is going to be a complete stand-up. Ridz is not even going to answer this. Where was the Prithvi detective agency Khushi tried to contact to find Arnav's whereabouts?
First of all, what the fuck is Prithvi Detective Agency? No clue they existed. Second of all, did she manage to hire them? I figured it out. Manorama had a side business. That is exactly why it was Manorama assisting Kushi in hacking the international airport. What else did they get up to? Finding the tattoo on the guy. Going to the actual location where the Rocky was. Yep. PDA was owned by Manorama, which, if we tell Mamaji, he will be very sad that Manorama was PDAing with someone else.
No, dude. Manorama established that because Mama Ji went missing midway.
So that she could have PDA with someone else?
To find where did her husband disappear. Because Mama Ji just disappeared midway. Nobody cared about the
I
other
have an
stepbrother.
amazing crack OS on that. Hit me up if you want to read it.
Yes. All right. Anyways, if you just want to know, it was, I think, Sadar Bazaar, Sector 2, New Delhi, behind Chandni Chowk, Ghanshyam Nagar Gali. Just saying.
Just in case I wanted to know.
Yes. This is one that might be at the tip of your tongue. Who was the guest house manager whom Khushi was trying to meet when she got trapped in the guest house?
Sinha.
You remember his name? Matlab,
I remember his name because of how many times I screamed at Arnav to pick up the damn call.
okay. Then this one is, what was the name of the dhaba that Arnav and Khushi pit stopped in during their visit to Nainital? Unintentional visit to Nainital.
Lovely couple. Cannot remember its name for my life. Let's try something. Nope, no idea. I could tell you what it was renamed to.
What?
Arshi, probably. They were such big fans of this couple that eloped that they were like, we are going to rename our dhaba in honor of that one angry young man and that poor girl who got married to him.
I will always love it when Uncle G is like, not with Uncle G, when Auntie G is like, oh, Arnav is so weak, he cannot even pick up Khushi for 2 seconds.
ओए पुत्तर ऐ की कीता चोट लग जांदी कुड़ी नु तो ले पुत्तर लस्सी वस्सी पी मक्खन शक्खन खा डोले शोले बना ये सिंखड़ी सी ओटी नु नहीं फड़ पा रहे हैं ले
Yep. I just, you know what? I would have hired them to commentate Arnav and Kushi's life. Auntie Ji would have roasted the shit out of him.
Maybe you are Auntie Ji, you are Manjeet.
Excuse me?
Manjeet the Dhaba.
Ah. Uncle Ji was romantic, I see.
Yeah. That is, I'm assuming it was Manjeet Kaur. Manjeet the Dhaba, is it named after Auntie Ji or Uncle Ji?
Maybe what if both of them are named Manjeet?
Very possible. Very possible. They both can share the same name. Yes. Okay, next question. This one also you might know. Who was going to be Khushi's initial dance partner in the second dance during Akash and Payal's Sangeet? The one which Arnav intercepted and then had such a smoking hot dance with, to which the whole family...
Well, first of all, I have a lot of questions about this. Was Khushi going to dance to Teri Meri with this friend in a suit?
No.
And why? I mean, I suppose this was because the families were technically in a competition, but wasn't NK supposed to be Khushi's dance partner?
They split it up because of the competition.
But imagine Arnav's face if NK and Khushi danced on Teri Meri. It would have set the stage on fire, like literally.
Yes, set the stage on fire literally. And second, do you think NK could have pulled it off? Given how he's terrible at couple dance.
Excuse you?
NK is amazing at solo dancing, but at couple dancing, he's a sad cause. He would lift Khushi and then drop her at the very next second.
They danced to Desi Girl. They did fine. I mean, Teri Meri, look, NK, as the expert on NK here, NK gives the emotion that's required of the situation he's in. I understand he's laughing and joking all the time, but if it called for him to be sexy and mysterious for Teri Meri, he could have done it. I am confident in his capabilities. Who cares about Arnav? What was the question? Who was it?
My my biggest question is, how come the whole family was like, oh, look at them being all sexy on stage? Obviously, nothing is going on.
Obviously, just something that happens with passing strangers every day. Not
Whose place did Arnav
Mm,
take? What was the name of Khushi's friend?
Manju is the
who danced?
teacher, I think. The dance teacher's name is Manju. Name?
No,
What's the dance teacher's?
Madhubala.
Tupala. Is Manju the name of the girl?
No. No one's Manju.
There was a
There was only
Manju.
Manju.
Oh, Manju's from Riyadh. What's the movie? Fawad Khan's film. Khubsurat. Manju. That one. I completely I was mixing up so many things in my head. Yeah, no, it's not Preeto. Because I was like, Preeto was introduced during her wedding as Kushi's best friend. I'm like, kahan se aa gayi hai? No clue.
At least what the first letter was?
Was it M?
No. Sarita.
Sarita. Sounds kind of familiar now, but I could not have remembered that.
This is a question that I know you won't get, but ab hai to pooch hi leti hu. Who is the relative that was asking questions and insinuating things during Khushi and Payal's muh dikhai before Arnav interrupts?
That was not a relative. That was a neighborhood. It was a. You should give me points for correcting the question. She had a name other than that nosy aunt.
She did. I did not know that myself.
I mean, I assume she had a name. I didn't know knew her name. Other than bitch, nope, that's her name from now on.
I think it is either Sumitra or Sumita, Bhabi.
Isn't Sumita means a soft, kind, nice person? I think my name fits her better. I should get points for this.
I did not understand the Raizada family in this case. Again, this is another place where it was a weird episode where somehow, even though I was upset at Arnav, he was the only one making sense.
That tends to happen a lot. Not much later on in the show, but earlier for sure.
Who is the client that came to AR when Arnav and Khushi have water fight post-marriage?
Oh, you told me this. He was from London and did not know English.
Not that. I mean, I found it hilarious that Arnav talks to his assistant in English and they're from London, but then the assistant chooses.
Translates to Hindi, which is why I said he didn't know English. Was it like Malhotra? I just Malhotra something. Was it Malhotra? Was the M right? Mehta? Oh.
It's okay. It's Mr. Oberoi.
Mr. Oberoi?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, maybe this is like pre-Ishakbaz Shivai. No, that dude did not look like Shivai. I don't know.
I would like to know if Shivai knows English. I wonder if he got so insulted by the fact that the assistant translated everything into Hindi that he was like, I will go learn English now. I must. In time for my own show. I need to acquire this skill.
Okay. Next one. Who was the girl that kept asking lots of questions when Khushi was giving tuition to kids post-marriage?
I know there was a kid named Byrne, I think, in the tuition class, but I don't know the girl's name.
That was pre-marriage. Post-marriage. Okay, this is a Sundari Shaitan wala sequence.
But I remember the scene, but I don't remember the girl's name.
Do you remember the color of her frock?
Pink? What's pink in Hindi? Gulab?
Gulab.
It's pink.
No, don't translate. Sorry, guys. Don't translate it. Pink, a name.
Pinky?
Yes.
I was like, what is pink in Hindi? Does pink like gulab is the color, right? Pink in the.
I just wanted to give you the 0.25 because I know you love that scene.
That is truly the moment the show went to shit, by the way. I had some faith in it until that like Anjali interrupts that little conversation. Once that's done and she has the conversation with Cushy, down the drain it went.
All right. Who is Pritika, as in Preeto's fiance's Mami ji?
Bitch number 2. Um, who as in her name? No.
You wouldn't know this also because in the edits, I was so pissed off I wiped out their names.
I am giving more accurate names to this person, these people, than they had since birth. They should just change it.
Her name was Prerna, by the way.
Prerna also does not fit the person.
Oh god, I'm dying. All right, the last question for this segment. Who does Anjali pretend to be talking to on the phone when Mamiji catches her talking to Sham at Shantivan's gate?
I know this. What the fuck is her name? Nupur.
I am so surprised. That was good. That was good.
Do you remember I made a comment about this, like Anjali being friends with Nupur from Milli Jab Hum Tum?
Yes, same.
That's why I remembered it.
That's, oh my god, that's also the reason why I remember it, because it's Nupur from Village of Hamtam. I just imagine if it was Nupur, Nupur would kill Anjali for trying to talk to Sham.
Yes.
Alright. Now we'll come to the audio section. I removed my glasses. You can't see this, but I removed it so as to she does not see the reflection seen on my glasses. This woman is dangerous.
Excuse me? I'm dangerously funny. That was a laugh, by the way. What's the question? Like, you play the clip and then ask the
I'll
question?
play the clip.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll play the clip for 10 seconds, unlike 5 seconds, unlike somebody I really know well at this point. Okay. Are you ready?
Mhm.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
लेकिन ये सब कहानी सुनने के बाद तो ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे इनका पूरा खानदान ही हमारे परिवार के पीछे पड़ गया.
Like, when was this?
Yes, what is this scene?
Is this after the kidnapping track when they come back home and everything shit hits the fan, basically?
Yes.
Also, no one can see this, but I rolled my eyes so hard when that music came on.
I love that, okay? That was the thing that kept me entertained during the kidnapping.
After a certain point when that music came on, I knew Sham was going to go into a monologue, and I was so done with that shit.
Care to elaborate about that scene? What's happening?
Arnav and Kushi come back home post. Well, they really should have gone to a hospital. Let me start there. But they come back home. They walk into the living room. Anjali is applying should have been poison, but some medicine to Sham's forehead that he injured himself by getting into an accident, so that he had a excuse. And then Arnav says things, Sham says things, Piles like he was a guest at our he was a guest in Boaji's house, and Sham's like, the whole family is lying and is after our money, which he doesn't have any money, so I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. But yeah, basically just him accusing the Guptas of doing what he actually did.
Okay. Now for the next one.
खुशी तुम ये जो भी कर रही हो ना ये बंद कर दो नहीं तो Stop it.
I want to say this was during the whole like Swami track, but I feel it was.
That is right.
I couldn't imagine you picking something from that, because we both love to ignore that ever happened.
I know, I just wanted to make the quiz difficult for you.
Yeah. I mean, my second guess would have been the pranks she pulled on him, like pre everything, but there's a familiarity in his voice that wouldn't have existed.
Yeah, I can't imagine. If Arnav ever went close to Khushi and he said, Khushi, to jo bhi kar rahe ho, band kar do, Khushi would have died over there out of her dhak-dhaks. She's like, I'm finished.
Did she have that? She did have that at this point.
All right. Now I'm going to share you the off-screen images. These are going to be really easy.
It really depends on the outfit. Also, the state of Arnav's hair, that will clue me into when this would have taken place.
Okay, this one.
Post kidnapping, because he had the Scar. Was this the you're the biggest mistake of my life?
Precisely.
They were the biggest mistake of my life.
Why?
Because of that scene.
That scene was heartbreaking, and I think the reason
It's not. It's heartbreaking, sure. If I was Cushy, Arnav would have either been dead. Well, he would have been dead because I wouldn't.
I really like that scene and dislike that scene. I really liked it because
Get so mad when that scene comes on. I'm like, if that happened, if that is the setup you're going with, then fucking separate them. Like there is no other means.
हमें बोलने तो दो.
अच्छा
हमें
ठीक है
बोलने दो.
बोलो.
हाँ, हम कह रहे थे कि I really liked this scene in the sense that the mistake that Arnav makes in this scene is very in line with his character. He is in a tendency to blame the person in front of him for things he cannot control because he does not believe in fate and destiny and coincidence and bullshit like that. So it was very in line. Like, this was still one thing that Arnav and Khushi had not dealt with. Like, because Khushi does a mistake that's very in line with her character over like toxic positivity. And he does something that is very in line with his character. So these were mistakes that I could totally see them doing it. The reason why I got pissed off is because it's an excellent setup with no payoff. Absolutely no payoff. Now let's continue.
No, I mean, if this is the scene that you chose to go with, the only follow-up that will make sense is for them to end up separated.
Or a massive argument. Allow a massive argument to happen.
And then they get separated. I do not see them being in any way, shape, or form close to fine in days, weeks after this. Like it would take a lot of growth. It would take a lot of healing for them to get back to any romantic relationship.
He does not even apologize.
He literally, like, if someone told me I was the biggest mistake of their life, one, I will kill them because, biggest mistake of anyone's life would lead to their death. And two, that is not a face I would ever want to see again. Even if I in some deep, dark corner of my heart, I held some affection for that person still, they no. I don't see, like, the whole follow-up to this is so goddamn stupid. It grates on my nerves. Anyway, that's why I call them the biggest mistake of my life, and I stand by it. Continue.
This is the next one. This should be very easy for you to guess.
This is post their second marriage when Khushi makes those flat puris.
Yes.
I don't know if I can even call them puris. Crackers.
Puri bhi hai, biscuit bhi hai. Something like that, right? NK says?
NK really is my soulmate.
I have never contested that. So I wanted to make sure that these are a little bit easy and fun considering the torturous questions I asked.
Oh, I had so much fun in the beginning sections. And I think I was mostly right, even if the original answer is not that.
Excellent. And this is the next one. This one also you should pretty much get it.
Why did you pick from all the scenes that I hated? This is, other than Burn being drenched in gel oil, I don't know what's happening with his face. This is right before the ridiculous fashion show shit happens. Or she goes to AR because he makes her jealous or whatever.
You were the one who told me not to ask you questions from previous episodes.
But still, shit scenes.
Yes. And with that, you get... Oh my god, I hope I don't have to change my name. I mean, I can edit that out of the video. Then no one will know
I have the recording. तू क्या edit करोगी?
अरे मैं तो edit करूँगी ना final cut.
I have the original recording. No, you edit it out. I'll post it somewhere. You think I'm not petty enough to do that?
5.5. Oh my god,
Recount.
5 points. Shut up.
Wait, I only got 0.5 in the first section?
No. Everything I asked you was worth 0.5 marks. Okay.
The second part should have been way heavier.
No.
I will go to court.
Can't say quote. See, the first 2 questions you got right, so 0.5, 0.5.
It's fine. You will not look good with a different name. It's okay. I will give this one. How good are you at math?
Pretty good.
So what's my funny points? Where's my funny points?
Excluding your funny points, there are the other places I've given you 0.25 for funny points, but if I give that, then mera naam utar jayega.
So much control I have.
Yeah, I mean, if you add a 0.25 because of Pinky, which I literally handed to you on a plate, and then I gave you a 0.25 for the Bhadohi thingy, then you'd get a 6.
Not greater than a 6. I see you've rigged this game
I have not.
for me not to get more than 6.
Listen, I just handle circumstances. You're not the only one who's like Arnav Singh Raizada. The thing is that I'm better than him. He gives a great proclamation and does not follow up with it. I follow up with my plan.
Maybe you should have been Arnav Singh Raisala.
No, I'm too happy to be him. If I met someone like Khushi, after 2 days, I'm like, okay, let's marry.
You are the cushy. So I don't think you should marry yourself. That would be too, oh God, I'd never visit your house.
Excuse me? Excuse me, how dare you? Anyways, with that, this question segment comes to an end. This was less question, more like us crapping about IPK. We hope you enjoyed this segment. Any parting thoughts, Ridz?
I personally think I answered the questions much more rightly than the show did, and deserve a much better score. But fine, I will play within the limits of the law of this podcast.
Okay. See you guys in next video.
Bye.
Bye.